Hello and welcome back to the quantity surveying of N4. Now let us answer the question about the door opening, the plan. The diagram attached shows the front view of a three-paneled solid Merandi door and frame. Horizontal section through the stiles and vertical section through the top and the bottom rails. The door is built into a 270mm thick external cavity wall. Work strictly according to the list below. Here is the specification. Brickwork, ordinary stock bricks, facings externally, 1:3 cement mix, concrete 15 MPa, plastering 19mm thick internal plaster, 30mm thick cement screed, cement mortar screed. Carpentry and joinery 219 by 803 by 44mm Merandi timber door, Merandi timber frame, 75mm Merandi skirting, painting 2 coats varnish to expose the timber surfaces, ironmongery, 3 lever multi-slog and furniture, 3 of 100 by 75mm brass butt hinges. Then the question is as follows. Take off the door, ironmongery and paint. That is 1.1. 1.2, take off the frame and paint. 1.3, take off all the adjustment items. Now let us start. Here is our drawing. Here is this diagram. Let us start with this diagram. Here is the 3-paneled timber door that we are talking about. The height from the top of the frame to the bottom of the frame is 2.80 m. The thickness of the concrete is 100, which is the thickness of the surface bed. Here is the vertical section. Here is the vertical section. Our vertical section, it shows us that the opening is 925. The opening, which is the width of the opening, is 925. As our height, we have seen it has been 280, so the opening is 925. Here is our horizontal section. Our horizontal section, it shows us the frame is 114 by 76 millimeter. It's a frame, and the wall is 270 millimeters, the thickness of the wall. There is the top rail, there is the panel, there is the middle rail, and there is the bottom rail. Right, now let us get into the question. Let's get into the question. Door 1.1, it said take off door, ironmongery and paint. Open up the bracket. Is 2.19 by 803 by 44mm Merandi 3-paneled timber door. That's what they say. So let us check whether is it the truth. these calculations we made here, we called them side casts because they are not waist calculations, they are side cast. You do them just once. Okay, it is 0.76 minus 15 millimeter, the rebate of that frame is 15 millimeters. It is equal to 0.061 meters. Okay, 2 meter 80 minus 0.061 meter, it gives us 2 meter 19 meters. So 0.925 minus 2 by 0.061, it gives us 0.803 meters. You get it? So that is the door. It is the door that we're talking about. And you close the bracket. You open another bracket. Okay. It is said, take off the door, ironmongery, and paint. Okay, let us start with paint before we come to the ironmongery. 2 coat clear varnish to timber door. It is 2 meter 19 plus 44 plus 44 millimeters. It gives us 2 meter 63 millimeters. Okay, 0.803 meters plus 44. This 44 is the thickness of the door. It is the thickness of the door. This 44. You going to paint that thickness. It needs painting that thickness also. That is why it must be counted there. 0. plus 0.44, it will give us 0.847. That's it. You close the bracket. And to book is 2 meter 6, in fact 2 meter 60 by 0.85 by 2, because you're going to paint this side of the door and the other side of the door. There are 2 sides here, and you close your brackets. You open another bracket. For what? For an ironmongery. 3 lever multi-lock and furniture. 3 lever multi-lock and furniture. It is 1. It is a 3 lever multi-lock. It is 1. There it is. 1. And you close the bracket. 100 by 75 millimeter brass butt hinges. There are 3 of them. And you close your bracket. We come to 1.2, where it is a take off the frame and paint. Open the bracket. 114 by 76 millimeter Miranda timber, once rebated. 2 by 2 meter 19. It is equal because it's two of those styles. See, yes, 2 by 2 meter 19 is equal to 4 meter 38 plus the head, which is the top part of the frame, which is 0.925 added on that 4 meter 38, it gives us 4 meter 963 meters, the whole length of the frame. And priming to the back of the frame. So there it is, 4 meter 96 to book, and you close your bracket. You paint open the bracket, 2 coat clear varnish to expose timber surfaces, 2 by 0.076, which is the width of the frame. It is equal to 152 plus 114. You are calculating the width of the frame here, the girth that you must paint. It gives us 0.266 meters. So the length of that frame is 4.96 960. It's 4.960, and the width is 270 millimeters. There it is. You all close your bracket. Now we come to the adjustments. 1.3. Open up the bracket. Deduct 270 millimeter thick cavity wall as before. Deduct 270 thick cavity wall as before. 2 meter 80 plus 100. This 100 is the thickness of the concrete below the frame, below the door frame. It is going to be affected. The reason why you deduct it is going to be affected when you break that wall. That threshold is going to be affected, so you just have to deduct it, just not to waste time. Just deduct it. You're still going to add it anyway. Let us do that. 2 meter 80 plus 100, it gives us 2 meter 180 meters. And deduct the extra over ordinary brickwork for facings. There it is. To book is 2 meter 180 by 0.930, and close your bracket. Open another bracket. Deduct 19 millimeter thick plaster as before. 2 meter 80. Now you don't add that 100 now. You just only take 2 meter 80 because the plaster is inside. You're going to be plastering inside. 2 meter 80 by 0.93. That is to book. And you close your brackets. Open another bracket. Deduct 75 millimeter Miranda skirting and deduct 2 coat clear varnish as before. The length of that skirting was 93 millimeters. There it is. 930 millimeters, I meant to say. 930 millimeters. That is. And then you close the bracket. Add 15 MPa concrete in threshold, including SO and C, which is soft of curve. The concrete now to book is 930 by 270 by the thickness, which is 100, the thickness of the concrete. The width of the concrete is equal to the thickness of the wall, and the length is equal to the opening, the width of the opening of that wall, which is 930, and you close your bracket. Open another bracket. Add 30 millimeter thick cement screed as before on the horizontal surface. 930 by 270 on the horizontal surface. Ditto, and close your bracket. Ditto on the vertical surface of the threshold. 930 by 100, and close your bracket. Open another bracket. Build solid 50 millimeter wide cavity to side of timber frame, to sides of timber frame, which is the timber frame the height is 2.80 m by 2, both sides. Open another bracket. Build 270 mm cavity wall and reinforce over opening. The width of that opening is 930 to book, and you close your bracket. Open another bracket. Extra over ordinary brickwork for facing and reveals. It's 0.270 minus 0.114. The 270, which is the thickness of the wall, and the 114, which is the thickness of the frame, and you get 0.156. Divided by 2, it will give you 0.078 meters. Okay, right. And 19 mm thick plaster on the internal reveals. So to book, 2.80 m by 0.08 by 2, which is both sides. Yes, extra over ordinary brickwork by 2. Yes, 0.930 by 0.80 which is on the top side. You do this side and you do on the other side, but this side it's a face brick, on the other side is the plastering. That is why we book it that way, and we say we add "and" here. You close the bracket. Open another bracket. 75 mm skirting on the internal reveals and 2 clear varnish to timber skirting. That is the length of that skirting, 0.08. That is the length of that skirting, 0.08 by 2. It is found on this side and on the other side. There is not gonna be no skirting on the face brick side. Then you close your brackets. That is the end of your plan. Thank you.